Hello everyone, I'm Chessrook44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 3. Last episode we mainly just looked through about half of the Tower of Magi here. Took a while, and we're gonna have to look through the other half in this second episode. Yes, 2 episodes for it. How wonderful. And I feel like there was a hidden passage up in one of the corners. Not that corner. Okay. These chambers are set aside for the important guests of the Tower of Magi. Everything in here is dusty. Doesn't look like the residents have been here for a while. Surely nobody would mind if you rested here. Really now? Nobody has specifically said that you can use these quarters. However, there are several empty, comfortable beds here, inviting you to have a good night's sleep. Surely you're important enough to stay here. We could, but we don't need to. We're fine. Right, looking around a bit more. Nothing hidden over there. I feel like there was something hidden in a corner somewhere, but I don't remember where. Xeon Tome. The case is filled with scrolls. You're excited at first until you realize that they are covered with records of Tower of Magi business. The scrolls are so tedious and repetitive that they could make an accountant commit suicide from boredom. What is this Xeon Tome? Magic for Dummies. Many people these days... Oh, wait. What? General Accounting Book. This book contains the credits and debits of a small business. Quite boring stuff, really. Oh, I get it! It's one of the Xeon artifacts. I'm guessing this one just goes through every book that there is. Rapid stone deconstruction techniques. Tearing apart stone walls or removing large stone outcroppings can be extremely difficult. Fortunately, some techniques exist to make this trying task easier. For example, there is a powerful priestly ritual which can, depending on the strength of the caster, destroy all sorts of crumbling stone. Sadly, priests are frequently unwilling to lend their powers to construction projects. We'll leave that be. We'll store it. This room looks like it contains an abandoned experiment or forgotten piece of magical machinery. There is a 6-inch high stone platform at the back of the room. There's one letter next to it. Pull it. Oh, I'm guessing it's another one of those energizing pads things. Are you a familiar cat? You encounter a very large, very pudgy calico cat. You approach. It looks up at you. The intelligence in its eyes surprises you. I, it proclaims regally, am Cheeseball. Not the name I would have chosen for myself, I assure you. Do you wish to speak? Not right now, but how can you talk? I am, I regret to say, a familiar, not of my choice. What is a familiar for? It walks up and bats at your bootlaces. I am the highly magical, immensely intelligent servant of Solberg, and a lousy job it has been. How did you become intelligent? Can't you tell? By magic, of course. Who is Solberg? He's a wizard. He's very powerful, supposedly. Big deal. All the years I've been with him, he hasn't once summoned some fresh mice for me. Why has being with Solberg been so lousy? First, I had to hide with him in some crummy, smoky, evil tower for years. Then I had to follow him all over the place. No catnip, no mates, no relaxing. How can you not pity me? Huh. What else? You're probably going to pet me now, aren't you? Sure. You pet Cheeseball for a little while. He purrs happily. It is a very undignified pleasure, I know, but my nature makes its demands. Cheeseball is a rather poor name. Infinite are the indignities we familiars must suffer. What would have been your choice? I would prefer to have been a wild jungle cat, romping through the woods, chasing wildebeests, ripping out their jugulars. That's the life for me. It hisses in a way that might almost be thought of as ferocious. Okay then. The Venati decor in this room takes you by surprise at first. Then you notice that the chairs have been built for humans, not the much lighter, thinner Venati. Someone must have decided to build the council room in this alien style. We'll go up there in a bit. Brantford's Magical Supplies. This is a small store cramped in the back corner of the tower. It is cluttered with amazing amounts of junk, most of it clearly useless. Making your way to the counter will take some effort and some careful stepping. This mage looks more like a salesman than anything else. He holds a large sack at his side. It bulges with all manner of odd-shaped things. As you approach, he displays a rather predatory smile. I am Bradford, the mage and salesman, collector as well. What is it you collect? I collect valuable items of all sorts. Where do you get your items? Many interesting souls come through the Tower of Magi, and I collect goods from them for resale. Perhaps you would like to purchase some of my goods, or sell me some trinkets you no longer have need of. You mentioned identified supplies. How can I get something unknown identified? You find a sage. For example, there's a fellow named Walner somewhere about who claims to know much of unusual items. Maybe later. What do you think about the Tower of Magi? A wondrous place. Pity about the weirdness. Weirdness? Oh, one hears rumors of odd goings-on. Although I have accumulated some magical skill over the years, I don't concern myself with such things. I'm a businessman. Alright, what wares do you have? I don't think we have anything to... No, we don't. Let's see. Wormskin helmet, slit spear, silver necklace, warmth charm, wand device. Ring of vulnerability is pointless. Ruby, some decent stuff. Nothing we need, though. But thank you. Probably a hidden passage somewhere here. Aha! Unidentified tome holding chamber. Authorized personnel only. Looks like we can't go in there. A pity. Venati Portal. The sign is somewhat dusty. This portal was Avernum's connection to the lands of the Venati. It still exists, but just barely. It flickers in and out of existence, and it's clearly far too weak to use. The room is filled with dust. Nobody's been here in a while. You get close to the Venati Portal. You start to feel nauseated. The portal's energy must be out of balance. You back away. Using this portal would be quick suicide. This used to be the only connection between human and Venati lands. Now that the main portal upstairs is capable of sending people to the surface lands, this one is unneeded. So then how did the Venati get up here? Okay. Pick the lock. This is the Tower of Magi's creature storage. Here, creatures waiting to be used in horrifying experiments are imprisoned until it is time for them to meet their fates. There is very little equipment here. You hear snarling coming from behind the doors. Oh, goody. Secondary laboratory. Have defensive active before entering holding chambers. You browse through the notebook as you pass. The Tower of Magi somehow caught several of the surface creatures you've been fighting and have been studying them. A note on the front of the notebook requests that visitors stop here to avoid damaging the specimens. Okay. Well, let's go in and see if we can find... Oh, goody, one of those. Ow. Ow. That hurt. Hurt quite a bit. There we go. Okay, that one's dead. What's in this one? Found the white. And it's dead. Let's see. Lab notes. That's what that one person was looking for. Yep. Lab notes. What's in this one? Hostile? No! We'll stay out of there. Slimes! Okay, you know what? Slimes we can kill easily. Oh, we can hit 5 people with those ice slimes now, can we? Okay. And we'll stay out of the Drake room. Oh, that's the priest. Let me see here. Ah, I knew there was a hidden room. With a giant lizard in it and nothing else. Huh. Also, there appears to be a hidden room here. Probably for, my guess is going to be it's for, you know, gardening supplies and the like. For aesthetic reasons, the door to the room where gardening supplies are stored has been concealed. The stuff inside doesn't look that interesting. Called it! Alright. We go back around. I think X is probably located in the same room he's always been located in. Hold on, is there a hidden room over here? There is not. But Solberg is probably... Oh! This is a secluded meeting room. 3 ornate chairs face each other over a brazier. A fire burns in the brazier, but you see no fuel sustaining it. You try to enter, but an invisible barrier blocks you. A voice says, "Triad members only, please." Well, okay then. And this is where X would be. Most likely. Yep. You encounter a wizard wearing long, rich violet robes. A heavy cowl covers the mage's head. You can't make out any details of his or her face in the shadows inside. It's pretty creepy. "I am called X. Do you work here?" "I am of the Triad." "What is the Triad?" Again, the whisper emerges from the cowl. "The guardians of knowledge and the protectors of Avernum." "How do you guard knowledge?" "We restrict the flow of magical knowledge so that the weak and untrained do not grasp hold of that they cannot control." "We are all weak when we start out in life." "Most of us are. If one gains magic he or she cannot control, only blood will be produced." "I suppose. How do you protect Avernum?" "We watch over the magical knowledge and grant it to those that have earned it." "Would you teach us some more magic?" "I only give great power to those who have done great deeds. Eradicate some of the more powerful creatures in northern Valorum, and I will assist you. If you have done anything of use in southern Valorum, talk to Solberg. He is responsible for rewards in that area." "Sure thing. What sort of research do you do?" "Of late, I have been creating items. Powerful magical items." "Really? What sort of items?" "I made items to assist the first group of spies to infiltrate the surface. Unique magical items, the like of which has never been seen before. The Xeon items." "Do you have any items like that for us?" "For you? For the secondaries? I think not. If you want my Xeon items, explore the surface. They are still up there somewhere, lost by the first group. As for me, my researchers have since traveled elsewhere." "Well, we found one of the Xeon items. A book that basically shows us all the other books. I imagine it might be useful, but we'll leave it. We'll read other books as we go along." And a reedy, whispery voice emerges from the folds of the cowl. "You may speak further." "We suspect that Linda may be up to something dangerous." "Nonsense. She is a powerful wizard, and she has learned from her mistakes. I have no doubt that she is doing what she does for the best. The best. What was I saying?" "Okay then. We'll leave you to that. Did not mean to go in there. Alright, just a little more of this place to check over. The east here. I think there was a secret passage somewhere around here. There it is. Not that I'll walk through the other side because of the horrible, deadly eye beast creature that is out there. This corridor is cool and calm. You see a series of ornate doors along the south wall. A nameplate hangs on each door, each with a single mage's sigil carved into it. These must be the wizard's quarters. The plaque on this door reads Denise. Remembering what Denise and the portal keep told you, you examine the dresser carefully. Removing the bottom shelf reveals a small silver amulet. Somehow it fell behind the dresser. Take it! And nothing in the desk. We'll bring that to her shortly. Yeah, here's Solberg. You're meeting an aging man in flowing violet robes. Although he is only in his 40s, he looks aged well beyond his years. He gives you a weary bow. "I am Solberg of the Triad." You have heard of Solberg, a mighty wizard who has fought long for Avernum. Tell me more about the Triad. He gives a weary, sad smile. "I serve Avernum in my capacity as a member of the Triad. Alas, I have endured many ordeals in this position." What sorts of ordeals have you lived through? "For many years I was forced to hide in a tower far out in the nether caves of Avernum, for my own protection. The years of my life I lost in that prison I prefer not to think upon." What is the Triad's purpose? "The Triad of Magi oversees all magical activity in Avernum, makes sure dangerous knowledge doesn't become widespread, and watches for any potentially deadly experimentation. Such a position is not without risk. In addition, I am supposed to give magical rewards to those who merit them." What sort of dangerous knowledge? "We try to control who can cast arcane and barrier dispelling spells, for example. If unscrupulous persons obtain certain spells, we could all be in great danger. Magical experimentation can be very risky for us all, but we need it to survive. Yes, but we need to keep a close eye on experiments to make sure nothing deadly gets loose. In particular, I watch my old adversary, Linda. Can you tell me more of Linda? She has a dangerous predilection for summoning nether creatures. This tendency was what first drove me into hiding for many years. Now that she is back in the tower, I am very, very nervous. You wish to speak with me? I am, as always, happy to provide further assistance to adventurers. I have destroyed the plague of slimes. May I be rewarded? Ice Lance is level 3. Nice. I guess we didn't need to buy that, but okay. Your struggle against the alien slime shows you'll need more powerful magic to complete your surface task. He teaches you how to cast the spell Ice Lances with much greater efficiency. Nice. You must have served Avernum for a long time. True enough. I was one of the first wizards here. I fought in the first war against Grahoth. I helped build the Tower of Magi. I had the honor of assisting the adventurers who destroyed Grahoth once and for all. Then I had the further honor of assisting the adventurers who contacted the Venati and helped us win the war against the Empire. I've had a hard life in Avernum, but at least it was full of achievement. So he's only in his 40s. He fought in the first war against Grahoth and destroyed the second Grahoth. I think... Man, Avernum is not that old. What happened to those adventurers? The first group? Nobody knows. They disappeared. Some think that they eventually found an escape route to the surface, though I have my doubts. The second group, they're in Avernum still, helping repair the damage from the Avernum War and working to build relations with the Venati. I imagine they may have split up. One may be helping search for Empire troops. One may be down, working as a diplomat. One might be helping deal with problematics with Zerakai, and the fourth, who knows? Maybe he decided to retire. We suspect that Linda may be up to something dangerous. As do I. The Triad continues to dither in the face of this incredible danger. I am furious about it, but there is nothing I can do. Yet. Be patient. I may be able to avert disaster. Linda's offices. Unauthorized personnel not allowed. We'll check there shortly. Random room. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Alright. And we can't go through into Linda's offices. Okay then. Well, that looks like just about everything we have to do here, except return these lab notes. We need to return the lab notes, so let's do just that. Bit of a run. Around this way. Was it you? No, that's just an apprentice. And she's left the room. Which means she could be bloody anywhere in this place. Anywhere. Great. I think I passed by one to the north. There she is. We found your lab notes, Carrie. Carrie grabs the notes eagerly. Oh, thank you. You've just saved at least 3 of my grades. I'd like to help you in return. You learn a lot of things cleaning a place like this. If I started going around wearing a magical cloak, people would notice, but you would be okay. Search under the flower stacks in the second-tier storeroom. Sure thing, thank you. Hey, and Teresa leveled up. I didn't even realize. Excellent. Around this way. Up here. You search through the sacks like Carrie said. You find some sort of cloak. It's filthy and it looks ratty and heavily worn. Perhaps she was mistaken about its value. Well, we can get it identified easily enough. Man, this place really is huge. Or at least has a lot of talking in it. Taking 2 episodes just to get through all of it. Well, 1 2/3. Close enough. No, actually no, you weren't who we... Stop doing that, guy! You're the one who identifies. Alright, what is this cloak? Archer's cloak. Nice. Give it to Pollux. Pollux is the one who normally stands in the back, plus you could use the extra protection. Alright, so that's everything here. We got a few other things we can do before we end the episode. For starters, we need to head back up to Avernum. Walk into the hold on, I just want to see the, let's see, Teresa... And I really want to get and mage spells for Pollux. Lightning spray would be nice, but it's expensive. Call beast spray. I think we're good. All right, walk into the portal, and we're back. A couple other things to do. For one, wrong room. For one, we've retrieved your amulet. Have you seen my amulet? You give it to her. Great, she says, and gives you a scroll in return. That's a good scroll, but my amulet is worth infinitely more. Now I go on to my post. She puts it on, and her face resumes its former dour expression. Excellent. What kind of a scroll is it? Force gauge. Not bad. Alright. Now, let's turn in these to... I think it was you who wanted them. Yes, we have some books with interesting notes on magic on them. Walner takes the notes, examines them, and gives you some coins. Considering how little they contain, it's a fair payment. Yay. Alright, before we stop, I want to take a look in, the cities, because we need to look for Dominique. Someone who was in Avernum. And if we can find a gold ring somewhere, we can bring it to the mage. Alright. Let's head up here. See if Dominique is in Kotra. Miles, definitely wouldn't be in there. Elspeth, definitely wouldn't be in there. That is Nance, Eric, Crisper, and there's a Nephil in there. Okay, nobody in here. I wonder if we can find out anything about what's in here. Oh, we've been to the surface. Really? Could you tell me about it? Spend an hour describing the surface to her. Eventually, she smiles and wipes away a tear. Everyone nearby listens carefully, though they pretend not to. It's amazing not to forget. Thank you. I appreciate your taking the time. I would like to help you in your travels since they are so important. There are some apartments in the southwest corner of town. We live in the southeast one. Look in the pots inside. You may take the crystal inside. Good luck to you. Well, thank you. Okay, you can't tell us anything about that. We already have a boat. Let's see. The pots contain dried mushrooms. Remembering what Nance told you, you poke through them. Before long, you find a blue crystal. It's about as long as your hand and warm to the touch. Mind crystal, eh? Summon beast. Don't need to use it now, but Pollux can hold on to that. Alright. Maybe Dominique is located in New Formello? Let's see. Not either of those. Let's see. McKinley. Dominique! Say, I met someone in Chrisam named Benedict. Do you know him? Her eyes light up. Wait there, Chrisam? You've met Benedict? Please tell him I'm well, and I'll return to the surface as soon as I can. After you spend a few minutes answering her questions, she gives you a kiss on the cheek. Thank you. Gladly. Glad to be of assistance. Alright. I doubt it, but let me see if there's something over there. There you are. You happen to have... You do not. Okay then. Oh, and plus... Why does it look like there's something up there? This is interesting. And new. You stand at the entrance to a long, narrow, dark tunnel. There's a distinct, unpleasant, rotting odor. Murder Cave! This place is called Murder Cave? There's got to be more information about this somewhere. Wait a second. You meet a burly man with a lot of hair and a lot of gut. He looks you up and down as you approached. I'm Fenanigan, with Unspecified Services. Pleased to meet you. Glad you made it up here. We're members of Unspecified Services. What are you engaged in currently? I'm sort of an investigating agent. Investigating anything interesting? Well, no, I'm too big and loud to be much of a spy, so I wait here. Then when something goes wrong or gets weird, I'll go look it over and figure out what's going wrong. I got more up here than you might think. Why have you been sent out here? Because sadly an ugly pair of murders just happened. You should go to Fort Emergence and talk to an ex-commander. I could use some assistance here. I can't give you orders to take time helping me out, but he can. Maybe you can tell us, what is Unspecified Services? You know, everyone who works for Avernum but doesn't have a specific pigeonhole. Spies, investigators, researchers, important but non-specific. Looks like there are both Sliths and humans working here. Yes, and there has been a bit of strife because of it. Unspecified Services would work to solve the problems, but we have much more important issues to deal with. A Slith named Asoth asked us to intercede on their behalf. Yes, and I hear that you did a wonderful job helping them out. But remember, your main job is on the surface. You should leave the trivia to others. What has been happening here lately? Upsetting things. You should go to Fort Emergence and speak with an Axe-Commander. I'm not sure whether I'm authorized to tell you what has been happening. Well, this is interesting. Something's up in New Formello. Alright, we'll go back to Fort Emergence and speak to an Axe-Commander. Find out what we can about it. Very strange. Up this way. I feel like we stumbled upon it too early. No matter. Alright, up here. Come on. Out of the way. Naxmander looks pleased to see you. Listen, there have been some strange murders up by New Formello. I've sent Agent Fenanigan up there, but I think that you should go help them. Come in and speak with me so I can tell you more. Do you think that Erica is responsible for the creature plagues? The way she has behaved, I am still not sure. You should not act against her until you are absolutely sure she is responsible. She can assist you in many ways, even if she is the one creating the monsters. As you say. And I've heard that there was a murder near New Formello? There has been a mysterious and bizarre series of murders in New Formello and the caves to the far northwest. I asked Flanagan to investigate, but somehow I feel that is not sufficient. You should speak with him. Is Flanagan incompetent? No, he is skilled enough, but strange magic is involved. I would prefer you to go up to investigate as well. Somehow I think you will find things relevant to your quest. We will do just that. Alright. We'll head up there, speak with Flanagan, and then end the episode. Because this one's gone on long enough. Much as I'd hate leaving it like that, we probably should. Anyway. Up we go. We'll head around this way. I remember being told that I missed a couple hidden passages up in the Goblin Caves, and we could probably find them with the spell we have now, but nah. We'll leave it be for now. Let's speak with Flanagan. You know what? Better idea. We'll speak with Flanagan in the next episode. That's how we'll start it. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44. That is Carl, Napor, Pollux, and Teresa. This has been an Avernum 3 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time. Although the words people are saying here probably should say enough about what's happened.